Are we happy with that? Show of hands. Okay. Question 6. This was an observation. As many town councillors are in their 60s and 70s, should they retire and let younger people with fresh ideas be councillors? And the response from that is the law sets out who can stand for election. Age is not a factor. So I think that's a fair response. Question 7. Concern regarding potholes. Why can't those responsible for potholes do the job properly? And the response from that is this is the responsibility of Derbyshire County Council. Which is the response. Question 8. Oh, sorry.
Pass it back, would you say?
Pass it back.
Because, like I say, they can always advocate for these things from the other bodies. Just because it's not actually responsible for it doesn't mean they can't. You could say that about anyone in town, but like I say, we have voted them in. They are our voice. So if it's something that we want happening, we've got to pursue that. So just getting back to the one before that, we have had a resignation from Trevor. We've had a resignation from Trevor Holmes, who spoke at the last meeting very honestly about the way that the town council votes, i.e., and he admitted this, if you check the video, that it's basically a done deal, and they vote, Labour vote before the actual town council meeting. So it's all done and dusted before the public are there, all before, which, like I've said, is not democracy. However, because they've got the majority, it is a weird democracy, but it's not actually what a town council should do. But again, they're not regulated. So when you make up the rules, you can do what you want. And this is the problem, nationally as well as in Heanor. Sorry, Dawn.
No, it's all right. One thing with potholes, we keep filling the ones on roads. There's quite a few people recently that are falling over on potholes on pavements. Pavements aren't being looked after at all, but as soon as you phone the council or ask for any help, the priority is the roads because that's where it is in suit. So, my wheelchair keeps breaking, and it's because of the potholes. So, yeah, you ask them to be fixed, but the priority is the road. How many more pensioners or children need to be injured before we start looking at the pavements? The pavement's dangerous.
Can I just say that I've got a claim in a minute because on bank holiday. I've got a claim in a minute because on bank holiday, most of you don't know about this, but bank holiday weekend I tripped over on Stainsbury Avenue. So this is the result of 13 stitches. I've still got temporary teeth in, and the curbstone is 3 inches too high. And all the mums at school, Emily will vouch for this, know the exact same one because the kids rock on it because it moves that much. And that's been like that for years on Stainsbury Avenue. So, and there's another 10, because we've measured them, haven't we, Stefan? There's another 10 that's too high. So it's things like this that are real hazards, as I can verify. So broken jaw, 2 teeth gone, and 13 stitches. And that's, you know, I've kind of got on with it because I can, but if it's an old person or a young person, they walk into Mundy Street School and Coppy School every day. It's a miracle, really, that it hasn't been happening more often. So that's just an example.
Problem is, if you're in a wheelchair, I mean, my chair went over the other week, and if you're in, how do you lift it up? How do you get it back up? But the thing is, I phone, and they're on it, aren't they? The pavements aren't a priority because we're having to pay out compensation for all the cars that get broke. How many more people need to be injured? And next time, can someone come and help me stand my wheelchair up next time because it's heavy?
Does everybody know that on Derbyshire County Council's website you can report things like potholes and damaged curbs and things like that? More people need to be reporting it. It is quite a tedious exercise, but it's worth doing.
Is there any way of making it so that Amber Valley Borough Council, when they're emptying the bins as well, like put on social media if you see the potholes to report it. Because Amber Valley empty the bins when they're going around in their skip vans. So is there any way of getting them to also report, like make a different forum? So like ask Heanor Loscoe Town Council if they can encourage Amber Valley Borough Council, whilst they're out doing all the bins, if they can then report it. So yes, you could send it all to Heanor Loscoe Town Council, we could, but then also the council reports it then to Derbyshire County Council, rather than leaving it for the next guy to report, because then it's just getting down and further down there.
Alex, you're Derbyshire County Council councillor.
Yep.
So what do you think about that?
Well, virtually every month I post the claim line. I always get into trouble for doing it because you're not supposed to do it as a council, apparently. But we are doing Lockton Avenue at the moment. We've done pavements in Langley Mill. They're all down to be done, but roads are, like you said, taking priority at the moment because they're in such a bad state. But they will be done eventually. But they're all on the list to do. But
Is that Derbyshire County Council list?
yeah. Every street in our area is down to be done.
Well, we could ask, you know, I mean, it's a good idea to do with them, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
You just tell them that.
I think though, for the purpose of this meeting, we've got to focus on what we can get our town council to do and what's within its statutory powers. Because whether we like it or not, we do have a weird system in this country where we have multiple councils doing different things. So, personally, my view is,
Going back to potholes,
Alison, sorry, just let me, because she's got my...
going back to potholes, it's nothing new, is it? Because all over Derbyshire, it's been bad for years. Never ever come and clear the problem. I mean, when they start, they've done Lockton Avenue, but they've only done part of it. Now, when are they deciding to come and do the rest? And also, Sunnydale Avenue, at the bottom of there must be about 9-10 potholes, and nobody's even bothering. And there's people getting damage to the cars, and nothing's happening. I mean, it's just an ongoing problem. Nobody's solving it.
Can I say, equally, anybody who's doing work on the roads, such as the National Grid, they have a responsibility, and actually at Derbyshire County Council, I assume, if that work is under par and actually degrades after a certain amount of time, they should be held to account to actually, make that good. And actually, the quality of it in the first place should be accountable. It should be made accountable in the first place, and actually, they should be held to account.
Yeah, I know for a fact they do.
Sorry.
They definitely do.
okay. So, oh, sorry.
Yes, they definitely do, but it's Derbyshire County Council mostly that don't adhere to their own rules and regulations when it comes to roads. I know that for a fact. So
There you go, Alex. Another one for your list.
it's true, isn't it, Alex?
It is true. Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
And we don't have roads now, we don't have
I think what we've got to do is we've got to focus on things that are within the town council's gift and powers to do. So Christmas lights were brilliant and so popular. Why don't we do more events throughout the year? The response is the town council sponsor a number of community-led events, and we are looking to increase the number of events organised on the completion of the marketplace development. So I think that's great news if they're going to be organising more events. Alex, you got your question?
Can we go back to the roads again?
If you want.
A few years ago, we used to have 9 road sweepers across Amber Valley. We've got 1 now. If the roads aren't kept clean and the gravel and the grit isn't kept off the roads, that contributes to the potholes.
And flooding because of the...
And flooding with the drains. If you look at all these areas that's got the anti-slip coating on, I don't know if you see them up against junctions where they've got problems. When the gravel becomes loose, because it's a granite, that then starts eating away the road surface around it. So if you look at all the junctions, you'll see these big potholes around in all the junctions. But Derbyshire County Council, their officers can't get into the heads that they've got to keep the roads clean to avoid potholes in the future. So we need to invest in a new fleet of road sweepers. Then the roads will be far better in the future.
Not just that, you can't see the curb stones for the weeds at the moment.
Exactly. Well, we stopped doing that 12 months ago, doing the weeds. And you probably noticed now, now they're 2 or 3 foot tall.
Well, us personally were doing the weeds, not the council. We were doing it up until a year ago.
The potholes and stuff like that on the roads. Can I just say, on Old Coppice side, when they were going into building these houses, there's never ever anything questioned about the heaviness of the lorries that's coming down. They're all breaking the law because they're way overweight, and also we are on secondary roads. And I got asked when I phoned Derbyshire County Council, and I was asked the question, why are they coming down Old Coppice side? That was when they were building the houses directly across from me. And I said to them, well, there's only one on the route that they can get into the side for a start. That's coming down Old Coppice side and also down Thorpe Hill Drive. But I was told, well, they shouldn't be coming down there because they're secondary roads and they can't, the weight of the lorries is too much. But nothing's been done. And they're building again. They're still building down the bottom of Old Coppice side, and the amount of heavy good wagon, they're all breaking the law. Every one of them. And our road is sinking drastically. I've been in touch with Derbyshire County Council now. I've had 14 reference numbers and they've still not been and done it. Not once.
So,
Okay.
right, should we move on to, is everyone happy then? We're going back to events now.
So, question 8 was Christmas lights were popular, why don't we do more events throughout the year? The Town Council is saying they're looking to increase the number of events organised on completion of the marketplace. So I think that's really positive if that's what they're doing. Maybe.
So can we advertise it on the social media pages, whatever events they do?
So this lady was just saying, can you advertise the events on social media when you do it, please? Yes? So hopefully the marketplace is now, it's absolutely finished. I've not noticed. It's almost finished. So hopefully we'll be seeing the events programme out shortly.
Anything else on events before we move on?
Oh, carnival! Oh no. Oh. Firstly, if you want an event, on Thursday is our Heanor Vision, our monthly Heanor Vision. It's last one before we break for August, and we're doing a grant workshop. So it's if you want any grants for businesses, local businesses, start-up businesses, we talk about, shop fronts, etc., and the Valley are coming, the market, and the Valley market managers coming, and I think the business group from Amber Valley are coming. So if anybody wants to come at 7 o'clock, Thursday at St Lawrence Church. And if you, Heanor Carnival, talking of events, woo-woo! On the back are brochures with the events, all the details of the events and, what's going on. So if anybody wants to take a poster, please take a poster. We've got some little flyers as well. I'll put them all at the back, and the brochures are in that box over there. Please make it lighter for me. If you can take some and put them out elsewhere, that'd be fantastic. So please come and enjoy. Thank you.
So just a point on that carnival. So £3,000 was asked for, and they was told they wouldn't get it, and they've ended up with 6, which is
6,000 was
6,000.
was applied for.
Oh well, Kev said he applied for 3,000.
No,
Originally it was 3.
No, 6.
Anywhere between 3,000 and 6,000.
Yeah.
It was 6, yeah, it was 6.
Yeah, so that's very much against the status quo. But I mean, it's a good thing. However, I'm not sure it's going to help the local businesses, because obviously you can have a store there, but it's not going to help every local business. So although that's good for a certain portion of the town, then obviously if we can get some actually on the market, that's going to help the regular businesses on the market.
The day before, you've got the pub thing going on, the music thing.
Yeah, but that's got nothing from council, Mary, has it?
Sorry?
Has that got anything from the council then?
Don't know about that.
No, it hasn't. No, you've not had anything, Julie, have you? So our point is that that's great.
The thing is that Melissa, the marketplace is not quite finished yet. Why are you being neggy about the carnival?
I'm not being negative, I'm
Feels
just...
like you're being negative about Carnival's a great thing for everybody to come to. There's some fantastic things going on.
I'm not being negative here, Nick. I'm just saying that at some point, this is why this answer is important, that at some point, because there's nothing arranged for the market at the minute. I know it's not finished, but that's what the question was asked.
Can I just not any toilets there?
Can I just say, the carnival's great, we're all really looking forward to it. You're right, the marketplace is not yet finished, but what about the rest of the town? We've all got roads, I'm on Ray Street, why have we not got some of the stalls there?
We can't put them there.
Why not? Why can't it be closed off?
Because it's hard enough to close it than the parade ground where it is. It's taken about 6 months to get that closure.
It's for one day, I think we can manage for
well,
one day. It's been Julia, and it's been closed off for about a year.
You could apply next year to plan.
Let me just finish.
Hang on, we're not going to have a slaying match here, because if we're going to have a slaying match, I'll just go home, because I've got better things to do. So, Julia, you respond, and Leonie, you wait until Julia's finished, and then you can go. Thank you.
I'd just like to say the roads have been closed off whilst the market has been being put to however it's going to end up being. We've all coped with that, even though it hasn't been great. But if we had closing it off for nobody to come in and use that area, we've got through it. It's been hell, you know. So why can't we use that space for something positive and have some market stalls up there?
We can.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean.
We can.
Can I just say, Christmas, we had the Christmas event, but we didn't have toilets open.
Yeah.
So we can say that
We had lots and lots of businesses open. Can I just say that yes, you can have Bay Street open. If you'd like to have Bay Street, you can organise it, Julia. Okay. Because these are volunteers and the carnival has always been as it is.
Right.
And it goes on a parade and it stops.
Right, I don't want to do this because I'm chair, but thank you, Leonie. Right, can we just stand on a point about Ray Street? Because I did hear this previously from previous town council meetings, and when I was a town councillor, there was a sense that Ray Street felt left out. One of the main things that was raised in previous years was that Christmas lights don't go down Ray Street. So why don't we, by method of this communication, and if anybody's watching this from the town council, can we say, can they think of something that makes Ray Street feel a bit included? Because it was dark. Last year I remember going past Ray Street and it looked as though you'd all shut up and gone out, because it was dark. So is there a way of maybe just some Christmas lights down there? Because I mean, when I was the town council, I was involved in the road closure, and we do use Ray Street to get the traffic round when the main streets are shut. So I think it's going to be a tall order most probably, and it's a lot of work, as Leonie points out, to shut Ray Street. But I think one thing is it's pulling people down Ray Street, and that can be done a number of ways. Character appearances are a brilliant one. So could there be a character appearance somewhere in Ray Street that pulls people down Ray Street along with maybe some Christmas lights?
Ask the town council not to do this with the carnival, so the carnival goes where the carnival is.
We are asking town council, but then you said it, you're like speaking as if you don't like that's what we're asking.
No, you were being negative about the carnival, Melissa. You were, Melissa. You were being negative. Let's be celebrated and it's here.
I'm just pointing out the way that it worked. That's all, and I'm just saying, if the giving money to the carnival, that's great, but then we want some public money to other things. That's all I've said.
That's fine.
Dawn, is this the point about Christmas lights?
It's about everything.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to
Because I really do agree with what you're saying. To have a comment there about not having toilets, since the market started, there's been no toilets. But we've still had events on the market. So to say, oh, we can't do this because there's no toilets, there weren't any toilets at Christmas. There's been so many things that haven't had toilets, but we still do it. And I'm pretty sure that there's been urinating in different places so they can enjoy it. So, yeah, it should all be involved. I mean, I have heard that trying to get the carnival this year to go around the market, it has been tricky because it's been done so quickly. And we're really fortunate that they have managed to put it together. But yeah, it should be the whole of Heanor. It'd be great if they could start at Track Barton, come all the way up and actually involve everywhere. And toilets aren't a huge thing. We've done events without toilets. So
there's lots of businesses open. I don't mind people coming in, they don't have to buy a pint, they can still use the toilet. Especially if there's an event going on, I'm sure all the businesses would be the same in that matter.
Okay, well, why don't we just to try and draw this bit to a close, this particular question. So I think there's a point made about the amount being spent on one event. Fair enough, but that's going ahead. So maybe we can encourage the town council to maybe spread the money over more events perhaps. But maybe there's also, are we saying, oh, you want something down Road Street on Christmas lights switch on, Christmas lights when the Christmas lights are put up, could they extend that onto the current contract or do something to make Road Street feel included? And secondly, maybe something on the night of the Christmas lights switch on that pulls people down there, whether that's my view, you should just go very forward to the town council and say, can you please do X, Y and Z?
I think they're extending the lights.
So that's going to be
hopefully the lights will go down there, which would be great, that's something. But obviously,
I mean, there's some space outside Euronics, isn't there, where they can do character appearances.
that would be great.
Okay, so there's a proposition, and if everybody's happy for we put it to the vote, that there's a character appearance on Grey Street during the Christmas light switch on. Show of hands if you're in favour. Yeah, that's carried. Nick?
I think from my observations, I think the residents would actually like the council to arrange some events rather than just handing a cheque over to somebody and then just putting their name to it. You know, there's all these residents within the area that want to know who their councillors are, want to be able to have that communication with them, and they're not getting that because they're not out there at these events. There's events that have gone off in the past. Only certain councillors appeared and was, you know, forward facing to the community. I just feel that at the moment, all they do is sign a cheque, hand it over to somebody. I think they need to do more.
Anybody agree with that?
Well, it does say the response to question 8. Thanks, Nick, for that question, that response to question point. They are looking to increase the number of events organised on the completion of the marketplace. So that to me sounds as though they are planning to run events. So that's positive. Maria,
there is only 3 public meetings between now and March.
Right.
So the completion date is long gone. So I don't understand how they're going to manage to get that in.
Well, we can ask.
So maybe what we need in January, when they're setting their budgets, they actually set a budget line for marketplace events. Yeah, good idea. Show of hands. Support. Yeah. Okay.
Well, like the owner said, if you're having the church, that meeting at the church, £4 So if anybody has got any ideas, that's obviously a good way of getting some money for your event, isn't it? So if anybody does want to put on an event, I mean, obviously we would like the council to do it more, but if you do want to do your own event, then obviously you can go to that meeting and then do and learn about your grants. So next one.
Okay, we should move on to the next. What public consultation was held spending? Oh, Alex, don't know, you're not having potholes again.
We've got the Seaforth Highlanders here on Saturday, so if you want them to come down Ray Street, they can do. They're here till 4 o'clock, 10 o'clock till 4. They're starting off at Infinite Wellbeing. Yeah. Seaforth Highlanders, military band.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Seaforth Highlanders, Saturday morning. They started at 10 o'clock, Infinite Wellbeing, and you can come down Ray Street if you want.
Who's that, sorry?
Seaforth Highlanders, pipe band.
Oh yeah, lovely, that'd be brilliant.
If you look on Facebook, I've been sharing videos this
Well, I
week.
wasn't opening till 11 on Saturday, but we can open it earlier. That's excellent, thank you.
And then the traffic lights at top of Church Street, anyone want to know about those? Yeah. The reason I had them replaced was because the old set didn't work properly. I got that many complaints about the filters not working and the lights going out, so I had them replaced. And I had them done in black because they look better, I thought anyway. And the same with all the lamp posts, so I had them done green so they blend with the trees instead of dull grey. Thank you. And one's on the A610 near Allen's. They've been done with the new safety columns, so if you hit them, they do crumple on top of the vehicle and not slice it in half. They were 2,500 rupees. Okay.
That's two more positive things that's come out of this meeting, so that's nice, isn't that?
Okay, so what public consultation was there on spending £100,000 at the Charles Hill playing fields? The response was the Town Council received a petition signed by 600 residents supporting the development of Charles Hill. The Town Council is elected to make decisions such as this, and it is not practical to consult the public on all decisions. Any comments on that? Bearing in mind we're not even halfway through the questions. I'll move on. Really?
You might want to go over more, but we're getting through these questions. We're getting shit done here. Right, so the thing is with this, in the answer to the question, so it says that they've spent that, but they've said it as a, it's not on here, but it's on the website. And it says it's a final fit out. Now what does a final fit out mean? Well, I want to ask that question, please. So that's the question I'm going back to. And 100 grand, I'd like a breakdown for that, and I think it's all right. It's public money. I don't think there's any problem with asking that. It's not specific on the accounts. We've never really asked specific accounts. So I want to know what final fix is, and we want to know exactly what the 100 grand's gone on for the final fit. Anybody else agree with that? Right. Thank you.
Okay. Question 10.
1 minute. Am I right in also recalling that at some stage the council donated some of Charles Hill land when they were doing the refit?
I don't know. But I think the important thing about this meeting, we've got 31 people here at this meeting. We had, what was it, 71 at the annual town meeting, from what was it, 2 and 3 the previous years? So we've got more people coming to these meetings. If at the very least, this just gives the town council, the town council are now engaging with us, at least they're talking to us, and there's some communication. We can't change what's been spent. We need more, but look how far we've come. A year ago, 3 people at the annual town meeting. This year, 71.
We need to be more versus the public. The public has voted for it.
Yeah.
Arrogant.
Yeah.
We don't need to respond to that. We don't need to respond to that. We spend £100 of public money, it's not practical.
You need to mine. You've got mine.
So what you're saying is there needs to be a better understanding once the public where that money's gone.
Yeah, but when they say we don't have to consult the public, spend £100,000, I think
Well,
you
we
do.
have consulted with the public, so they will say that they did consult with the public. But I think on a bigger level, we want more consultation. We want to be able to have a voice.
So there's an expectation now in the future that the town council are hearing from the public that they want a bigger say in where the town council is spending its money. And we in this meeting are giving the town council suggestions and hopefully making the town council's job easier. Because by these messages and these films, they can watch and they can listen to what people think.